This launch director on countdown. Starlink 420. Go for launch.
Great news. All systems are go for Falcon 9's liftoff today.
30 seconds of counting. Seconds of counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, lift off.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
You are watching Falcon 9 accelerate spaceflight's Sherpa LTC-2 and our Starlink satellites out into space.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
And great call out so far. Supersonic means that the vehicle is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
And we have now passed through max Q, or the maximum dynamic pressure that the vehicle will see on ascent. Now we're just about a minute away from several events happening back to back. That is main engine cutoff, or MECO, stage separation, and SES-1, or second stage.
Engine chill has started.
Second stage engine start 1. And that will be followed shortly by the fairing deploy. Again, that is MECO stage separation and SES-1, followed by fairing deploy, coming up in just about 20 seconds or so from now. MECO is where all 9 of the M1D engines that you're seeing on your screen shut down in preparation for stage separation. Once the vehicles separate, the first stage will make its way to attempt to land on Just Read the Instructions tonight, as the second stage continues on its journey with SES-1 igniting the second stage engine.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. MVAC ignition.
There we heard MECO. We saw stage separation on your right-hand screen. You could see the MVAC engine igniting on the second stage. On your left-hand screen is a view of the first stage as the grid fins begin to deploy.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there you can see on your right-hand screen that the fairing has deployed. Today marks the 4th flight for one fairing half and the 5th flight for the other fairing half. And we will attempt to recover the fairing halves again to reuse them on a future launch.
Both vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
And always great callouts. Both first and second stage are following nominal trajectories. Now, today's mission marks SpaceX's 178th overall launch. This particular first stage supported Arabsat 6A, STP-2, Cosmos SkyMed second generation FM2, KPLO, and 2 Starlink missions. And what you're seeing on your screen is a view on the second stage looking at our MVAC engine. So far on a nominal trajectory. And again, is carrying our Starlink satellites as well as the Sherpa LTC-2 payload. As a reminder, Starlink is a satellite internet constellation designed and manufactured by...
vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Designed and manufactured by SpaceX to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people living in remote and rural locations around the globe. And we're just under a minute from now from the entry burn beginning on the first stage. Now, the first stage is making its way back down to Earth, and it requires a couple burns in order to do so. The first will be, or the next will be, the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 M1D engines reignite. That burn will last about 20 seconds long. And then about a minute or so afterwards will be the final burn, which is the landing burn. That's a single engine burn on that first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
There on your left-hand screen, you could see those engines reigniting, lighting up the screen so we can see the first stage as it makes its way back down to Earth. And this burn will last about 20 seconds long. And it helps to slow the vehicle as it enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Entry burn shut down.
And as those engines shut down, that concludes the entry burn. We are just about...
continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Great call-outs there. We're just about a minute away from the landing burn beginning on the first stage. Again, we are attempting to land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions tonight.
Stage 1 transonic.
You may have heard that call out that stage 1 is transonic. That means that it is traveling near the speed of sound. The landing burn should be starting up here shortly.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There you can see on your screen the landing burn has begun for Falcon 9.
Landing leg deploy.
And really awesome views of the first stage landing. This marks the 140th overall landing of an orbital class rocket and the 40th launch and landing of 2022.
MVAC shut down.
We heard that call out for MVAC shutdown, or SECO 1. That is second engine cutoff 1. Just waiting
Nominal
for...
orbit insertion.
That's exactly what we were waiting for. Confirmation of good orbit.